Hey everybody, welcome back. We are out in Overflow Row, as I've been calling it, and we're working on Mark's 1940 Oliver 70. Nothing really repairing, but we had a friend of ours, Charlie from Charlie's Repair. If you guys remember back when we did the 12 volt alternator conversion on this, Charlie welded us up a prototype alternator bracket system, and that is here. So this is the bottom bracket, and then this was the adjuster bracket, which is pretty universal. I had to do some modifications to this to get it to fit. I had to cut it down, and then if you see that little portion there, I had to kind of carve it out with the bench grinder to get it to clear the alternator on the top. So we sent Charlie the original plate and the measurements and everything that we needed, and he sent us back this prototype to kind of test fit everything. And then we test fitted it. We found out that these holes on the bottom, or maybe these two holes here, they were just a little bit too close together, so we had to kind of hog them out with a like a carbide Dremel bit, and got it to fit. And then this bracket, in order to install it, we had to put in a 1/2 inch spacer between the bracket and the alternator on the front. So what he did was he took and bent us this one at a 1/2 inch offset, and it's also a curved bracket so that we don't have to worry about hogging out the bottom of this adjustment bracket and making it weaker. So let's go ahead and try and test fit the alternator here. I'm sure it's all going to work just fine. I just put the brackets on and turned the camera on, so let's see if we can test fit this thing and make it work even better than it did before. So go ahead and put the bottom bolt in. So far so good. Get the belt around there. Oh, look at that. I didn't even tighten anything up. The bracket literally just rubs right against the front of the alternator like it was perfect. So that's awesome. Cool. Well, let's get that bottom bolt buttoned up. Just like that. Kind of racing some of the weather here. It's supposed to rain today, so I got drops falling right now, actually. This bolt will be a little bit long, but that's okay. Hopefully it doesn't really start downpouring on me. I need to get this done and get some other stuff going. There's that. Tighten this up. Okay. Now we can tighten up the bottom. Oh, wrong bolts. The wrong tools, rather. Belt's got good tension on it. Well, we can hook the wire back up. This is just a single wire alternator. Just a 10mm on top. I know metric on a 1940 tractor, but it's what we got. So, all right. Belt clearance looks good. Alternator sitting in alignment with the rest of the pulleys. I'd say everything looks good. It's real close down here at the bottom, but it's missing. If a guy wanted to, he could just take this to the bench grinder and take the front of this bracket down a little bit, but I don't think there's going to be an issue there. Yeah, I don't feel any anything scraping when I move the belt, so. All right. How does it fit with the side panel on now? Perfect. Charlie's Repair. That man does some awesome work. There it is. So if you need a bracket, 12 volt alternator system bracket for your Oliver 70, Charlie, I believe, is the only one that has them. So visit his website. They got a bunch of stuff on there, international stuff. They got splitting stands that he makes. But these kits are, I mean, they're high quality. This plate is probably 1/4 inch plate, so that ain't going anywhere. So Charlie's Repair. I got his brochure right up here. charliesrepair.com. He's in Austin, Minnesota. 50 years of blue ribbon service. Whoop. So I'm going to send this back to Charlie. He can use these prototypes for whichever and whatever he would like. And there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out charliesrepair.com, and yeah, awesome. I'm not getting paid for this, by the way. We just did this together through phone and email and text. So awesome. Thanks a lot, Charlie. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.